We live. Shit.
All right, we're live.
Yeah.
All right, hello and welcome to quote unquote around the league. We just wanted to come on here and talk about a few things. And first off, we wanted to talk about the whole scandal that includes Caden and what happened with the old Discord, the old league, the old group, and all that.
Yeah.
So
I think Ark would be the best one to talk about that because it was mostly him and Caden going at
yeah, he sent a picture of it to the group chat and
All right.
yeah, he's the one who knew about it first.
All right. So it started off when Tough sent a screenshot of Caden taking the entire group's funds, which is about 12,000 Robux, and sending it to himself. So Tough sent a screenshot of that to me, and then the next morning, that's when we confronted Caden and was like, why are you doing this? Like, what happened? And it just became a huge argument where Caden felt like he deserved it because of all the hard work he did for PBC in season 2. And it ended up where he just refused to give the group back, give the assets back. Like, I didn't even care if he kept the Robux, but he didn't want to give it back. And he pretty much just decided, like, if he's not going to be able to enjoy it, no one can. So that's when he deleted our Discord server, which had about 200 members. And now he holds our original group hostage, which has about 600 members on Roblox. So yeah, had to start from scratch. And, Matt and Squeaker have been doing a really good job on bringing the group back for a season 3. I honestly thought that when Caden did that, the group was going to be dead. But y'all have done a really good job.
Talking about it too. Like, there's a point where I simply sensed like, do we really want to do this again? And it was questionable, but like I feel like we've pretty much done almost better. Not better, but I feel like we'd been almost at the same spot if we had the group and if we had Caden. So I think that's pretty much a good wrap up of that scenario, and we should move on to basically what happened and PBC this past 2 rounds.
Hold on. Before we move on, I just wanted to talk about so the activity, like with the player base, I feel like it's taken a step forward from what it was last season. I feel like people are at least a little bit more committed. And yeah.
I don't know. I think mostly it's just the player base has been great so far. Owners have mostly stepped up. I mean, even teams that looked like Portland first game kind of they had nobody, and then they step out and go crazy. And even like, yeah. All right, I'm coming. And even Portland with like, their terrible activity. They had terrible activity, or at least it looked like it during spring training, and then they step out and 20-1. Who was it?
Yeah,
Vancouver.
Yeah, Portland won 20-1 versus Vancouver.
Vancouver even had like 6 members there, which is crazy. And I don't know. I think player activity, if anything, has been better than season 1, season 2. But
yeah, so I mean, it's like when y'all created the Discord server and the group, and you pretty much found all these partnerships and stuff like that. It seems like the group, like we took a step back when Caden deleted everything, but we just took 2 steps forward because I don't know. It just seems like we have a lot more interest this season. And again, it's like what I was telling you guys right before this podcast, but it seems like we're still getting more players coming in constantly. Like, so yeah, things are looking good. I mean, Vancouver they started off active, but they kind of like middle of the game would leave, and that's probably because they haven't been playing well. But overall, like activity's been fine. It can be better, and I'm pretty sure it will be better, especially once a couple trades go through and stuff like that. Like everything will be fine.
All right, so let's move on to like more game sense. So like out of these first two rounds, we'll start out highlight. Who do you guys think is the best team?
Ooh. I don't want to be biased.
I got a clear favorite, but
Who?
I think I gotta go Portland. I mean, it's a very small sample size, but like, give me Portland to be honest. They're dropping 20 runs a game. Let's see this story.
Well, I mean, let's see. They dropped. So they beat Vancouver 20-1, and then in their first game, how much did they beat New York Ice by?
Maybe they only beat 2. Bro. Honestly, I think they have like a Mickey Mouse schedule so far, but they really done their best against the teams that they could play. Who do you think wins the best? Who do you think's the best team winning?
Hold on. Yo, is he good? Alright. Alright, anyways. Yeah, I might have to go with Portland because with their recent signings, I mean, they got a lot more activity and they also have some veterans that they can like use to build upon. They can build a core around them. And they've also had some really good rookies. Joshy hits bombs. He pitched one run.
I'll check.
Nah, that's just my rookie. That's what my rookies do, boy. Alright, but anyways. Yeah, Joshy has bombs has been doing pretty good this season. He pitched one run against Vancouver, which I think he said one hit, which happened to be a home run by Hi Josh 111 or 612 Josh, whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like, yeah, Portland has to be up there. I mean, you can't put up like 20 runs and like not be good.
I mean,
so yeah.
If you're looking at it, who do you think, out of all three of us, who do you think has been the player of the round for round 1 and round 2?
Out of That's a good question.
To be honest,
player of the round for round 1 and 2 is gonna. So let's see. Portland's 2-0. Seattle's 2-0. I would probably have to say that. I think it's tough, but
yeah,
I don't think that's to say tough is like the number 1 player, the best player. I mean, he's really good. I'm not gonna say he's not good, but just the first 2 rounds, he's really stepped up for Portland. Like he signed to Portland with the purpose of training all their players and trying to lead that team to not just winning, but just the playoffs in general. And in a small sample size, he's done a really good job of that. So he's been scary at the plate. I mean, Zyron was intentionally walking him in the New York Ice game. So it just kind of goes to show like how much respect people have for Tough as a batter. And obviously he's elite at fielding. Like that's something no one can ever take away from him. So I'd probably say Tough for the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest, I think was it Mango who hit 2 grand slams on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And on that note, as a owner of like honestly the hottest team in the league, let's get a word from him real quick. What's good, Mango? You gotta unmute your mic, bro.
Oh.
So like, what's good? How do you think the Mace have done so well in the past 2 games? What do you think's the main factor to that?
Everybody as a whole. Ty was coming into this not much knowing what he's doing, but he's doing good. It's definitely been around Tough, if I'm being honest with you, man. Like, getting Tough was the key we needed, man. We're going all the way. I don't care what you guys say. I don't even need to put an ego in that, bro. Score says otherwise.
I mean, you did give up 1 run to Hi Josh.
Okay. It was not Josh. It was Andrew. I would never let Josh score on me, for the record.
Yeah, I don't know about.
I mean,
I don't know.
hey, so real quick, I wanted to ask. So I mean, what made you want to be an owner for the league? I mean, we're not a popular league and a very well known league. So I mean, what gave you the decision to apply and want to own the Mace?
To be fair, the only reason I really wanted to own is so I could whoop High Josh's ass. But hey, I did it, guys. So
I respect it.
we've made it. And now the goal is simply to kill every other team with no remorse. So yeah.
Would you say?
I mean, the past.
Oh,
go ahead,
No,
Scooby.
you go.
All right. So the past 2 seasons, the World Series has been Seattle Stallions and Key West Storm. So as the founder, I would like for some new teams to go in and compete for a championship. So if you could do that with Portland Mace, hey, I ain't got no problem with that.
You'll see me there, don't worry. You will see me there.
Key West Storm 3-peat.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Or Matt's gonna have to watch his team lose.
Immediately mutes himself.
There's some Mickey Mouse rings, Matt. Come on, man.
Yeah, honestly.
Don't worry, if I win, everyone will say it's a Mickey, so.
No, I don't think so. I mean, there was just some controversy the past 2 World Series. It's just inactivity towards the end.
I think I could.
Yeah, every time that we finally go into a World Series, it gets inactive.
Yeah,
I mean,
Gotta keep the server active, man. That's all you gotta do, man.
like
My team is
Trying.
pretty active now.
no, but it's like, every time that we're going into playoffs, like it just starts like falling off. But I feel like this season will be different. We just got to keep the activity. We got to keep everybody on their toes.
Yeah.
So Mango, what do you think of Joshy Hits Bombs? I mean, how do you think he's doing as a rookie so far?
That is my son, Matt. You get no credit for him whatsoever.
Bro.
That is my son, bro. Me and Joshy have known each other forever. He never once touched these tools before this season. And he's already hitting nukes. The whole league better watch out for this guy. He's the future of this league. I don't care what you say.
I mean, he seems pretty good on the mound too, no?
Yeah, he's learning how to pitch still, too. We haven't given him any suggestions. Those are all him just doing what he wants to do.
I like him. I mean, I love having new prospects in the league and stuff like that. And he's obviously showing what he's got. And I mean,
If he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, we're rioting.
hey, he's definitely got that right now locked in. I haven't seen any other rookies kind of stand out like the way he is. So
Yeah.
you got any other players that you want to give a shout out to?
Hell yeah. You know, he may not have gotten a hit yet, but Ye or Jay, whatever his name is, credit to that, man. He had 4 walks last game.
Ooh.
4.
Okay.
It's
You
like
should have seen the fear in the pitcher's eyes when he came up.
Who was pitching for Vancouver that game?
it was like a lot of people.
One Jays and Josh.
Who gave up most of the runs?
One Jays gave up both the Grand Slams.
God.
Jesus, bro.
I mean, like, how do you even feel about that? You got 2 Grand Slams in one game, like.
You want the real answer or do you want the actual, like, fake answer?
It was in one inning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Give us the real answer here.
Give us a real answer.
All right, I'm going to be realistic with you. When I hit it, I said that guy's ass and he should never play this game again right when I hit it.
All right, Mingo. All right, I feel like that's enough.
Bingo.
All right,
said you
have
wanted
a
the
good
real
rest of your
answer.
night. Have a good rest of your
All right,
night.
guys.
Yeah, that
All right, nice talking to you.
That dude.
Oh,
That dude needs to get the
Oh,
fuck out of
Jesus.
here.
Yep.
Get the fuck.
Security needs to get his bitch ass out of here. All right.
All right, so enough of Portland. Let's move on to our other teams.
Let's move on to who do y'all think who do y'all think is the best rookie so far? No, we're gonna talk about Josh. Never mind.
Yeah, that would be Josh at the moment.
Has to be.
Who do y'all think is the worst player so far?
Worst player.
Worst player. 'Cause
I mean, we
got
have a
my
lot
dude.
of new rookies,
No,
so
I got my dude. Yo, who's that one
Who?
dude on your team, Mark? Who made that? He's like,
Spurts.
oh my God,
Spurts.
Spurts. I think I got a clip of that play, bro. He could have sent y'all home. That dude.
I mean, let's talk about it. That was game one. That was the opening game of the season.
No.
So
Stop
that
playing
game went
defense,
into
guy.
extras. But
That dude fucking sucks, Warden. He's
so
washed.
what happened? Like from what I heard, he had a chance to tag 2 and end the game.
He didn't get out. I'm pretty sure he tried tagging 2. There was a runner going the third, already halfway past, and he chased him and started tagging 2. So I don't know how that boy needs to quit PBC. Go to what's that only the wiffle ball league. Fit right in.
MLW.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's hear who y'all think. What do you guys think the best thing about this season's been so far?
Best thing about this season. You
I
want
feel
me to start, or you got it?
Let me start real quick.
All right.
I feel like the gameplay has been a lot smoother. I mean, besides the bugs that we've had in spring training with like the gloves, but I feel like since then it's like really smoothed out and it's been like more enjoyable, at least in my opinion. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the games so far this season have been pretty good and like the gameplay has been better and more fun. But yeah, what about you, Ark?
So what I would say is the bats. I mean, the bats was probably something I really wanted to work on because like kind of like what Squeaker's saying right now. Season 1, season 2, like were the bats usable? Yes. Like, I mean, you could still make contact and every now and then get power, but the thing was, it was hard to kind of like aim your hits, and it was hard to like get good contact. A lot of the contact was pretty weak. So from what I've seen so far, a lot, even the new players have had a lot easier time with the bats to make contact and stuff like that. So it's been an easier adjustment. It's been a nice adjustment. We've clearly been working on the gloves. Our current gloves with PVC, those are inconsistent hitboxes, but the old gen gloves that we were using, the only problems I've seen with that one is that people can't see the ball once it's in the glove, and that's because the glove is so huge and the ball is very small. So I have an idea on making that so you can see the ball easier. And if I can do that, I feel like we're probably going to run with those gloves for the rest of the season. But you can still have the option of either or. I mean, I know some people like the original glove, but yeah, kind of like what Matt was saying. I feel like gameplay has been better. I mean, we got rid of the jump glitch. I know that was something that teams didn't like last season. So games have been smoother, trying to get rookies integrated, but so I kind of agree with Matt.
Okay, so let's go to the stat sheet now. In Crown, the best pitcher through the first 2 games.
We didn't finish talk about the teams, but
what?
First pitcher?
The best pitcher.
Best pitcher?
Best pitcher, Sam.
Of course, dude. This kid sweats 24/7. I'm calling Sam out, bro. I hate Sam.
Yeah, Sam is that like. All right, so if you guys didn't watch, I know Matt and Squeaker watched the game, but for everyone else who didn't watch, Seattle played at San Diego, and Seattle was up 3-0, and JS, or Tornado, Ash Limmer's little brother, he was a relief pitcher for that inning, and bases ended up getting loaded with 0 outs. So Sam comes in, gets 2 straight strikeouts, and the third out was, I think, a ground out. Right?
It was either I think before. Wait, was it before he came in? They scored.
Yeah.
Or was it after?
It was after. Paisano hit a ground rule double in left field.
Yeah.
So the score ended up going from 3-0 to 3-2. So you got runners on third and second, 0 out. So at this point, it pretty much seems like San Diego's going to do like an upset, like a comeback win. But like I said, Sam just 2 straight strikeouts and then pitched a ground out to finish the game. Like that kind of situation is almost unheard of. Like that's really
Yeah.
top-notch pitching. And in Game 1, he did really well, too, against Key West, who is one of the top 2 teams in the league right now. So
Yeah, Sam's been elite.
By the way, there was a strikeout, and then Saint, he tried to steal home, and he got caught.
That dude.
So he sold that game, bro.
Idiot. All right.
That's right.
Next
Speaker said that was the top 10 worst steal of all time.
Hot take here. What do y'all think about a rookie winning MVP this season?
Nah.
I don't think it's possible. I think some of our vets, like...
Is Mango rookie?
He might be, actually. He actually might be.
No, he played last season. He played on Portland.
So, yeah, Mango's not a rookie. I don't know who else could. I mean, and it's more... MVP usually goes, like, once the season starts, like, doling out, activity drops, and more about who shows up to the games. And looking at these rosters, I don't see a lot of rookies who I think could do that. I mean, Joshy, I don't know about him. He's more of a pitcher. And how are we counting RBC players as rookies? Are we doing that? Or are we? Like,
what do you mean? Are we counting them as rookies?
JS as a rookie or Bag? Because
I
I don't think Bag's a rookie. I don't know.
Bag is not a rookie. Tornado JS is. I'm pretty sure. Wait, he might have played a season 1. I don't remember.
That dude is on.
No, I get what Squeaker's asking. Squeaker's asking, like, if they have RBC experience, are they really considered a rookie here?
Oh. I mean, yeah.
I'm not with that. Because, like...
It's kind of... I don't think so. I mean, because, like, I just spoke with Doug the other day. Like, this league was based off of RBC. I mean, we have our own, like, little cool things about ourselves that are different. But, I mean, we come from RBC. Like, just keeping it real. So if there's an RBC player it's their first season coming in as PBC, I wouldn't categorize them as a rookie because, like, for instance, JS, for example, if you wanted to consider him a rookie, he'd probably win Rookie of the Year just based off all the experience he has already versus a completely new rookie who's never played our game style and they're learning the ropes and trying to understand how to even hit, you know what I'm saying? So probably wouldn't count RBC players as rookies.
Let's go back to the chat. Opinion on one Kia. Here's my opinion on one Kia. You fucking suck. Quit BBC.
Bro,
LA,
shut up.
LA Shaquille. What's your
name? One Kia,
Bro,
you still got some learning to do.
I know Warden not talking right now because he dropped him off his team. He was getting mad at Kelt for picking him back up, so I better not hear Warren talking anything good about one Kia.
So I was all right. So here's what happened. So I didn't even release one Kia based off the game. I released them based off practice earlier that game. So what was happening was, like, I'm trying to teach him the UPS stance. You know what I'm saying? Like, just trying because it's the easiest way to bat. And so trying to teach him, and I'm like, all right, press shift. And he jumps. I'm like, nah, man, don't jump. Press shift. He's like, okay, got it. And then he clicks the bat. I'm like, no, like, you're not clicking the bat. You're just shifting your body. Shift your body. And, like, I swear, I had to tell this man, like, 10 times, like, just press the shift button on your keyboard. And for some reason, he would only jump or swing the bat. And I got so mad at him. I was like, just leave. Just please leave. And he left. And then I needed to make a roster spot. I forgot who I was trying to sign, but I was like, all right, I'm just going to release him. But, I mean, he came back and, we'll see how he does.
All right. Next, what do you guys think about the signings recently? Heist pretty much got signed back. They got Zeno. Let's just check transactions. That trade alert. Pretty much got Vok for nothing. What do y'all think about the RBC boys coming over here? Do you think they will last the whole season, or, like, where we at on that?
I would like to say yes, but I don't know if they will. Just because, like, most of RBC community is older. I mean, even myself included, right? Like, so the time that you have available to play these games, it's a lot less than it would be a couple years ago. And, season 13 for RBC, that was not, obviously it was its last season, but that season was filled with like pretty much nothing but veterans. I don't think they had any rookies for their season. So will they stay? I hope so. And I hope that they find comfort in our league, especially because, again, like me and Doug, like we talked, and Doug pretty much said like he doesn't really care about PVC anymore. Like he dropped whatever beef he had, and that's cool. I just hope they don't look at it as RBC versus PBC anymore, because I know that's how it was like for the past year, and that's how it started out. Like I'll be straight honest. But now with RBC, officially retired, I hope that they can come here and just reminisce on memories that we've had with other leagues games and stuff like that, and also just make new memories and teach these new rookies and just try to lead the new generation of PVC. So, we'll see though.
I'm trying to think of anything really. I mean, what do y'all think? What do y'all think we could talk about here, really?
All right, let me lead it. Let me lead this from here. All right, we're gonna go team by team. That was the original plan.
Shit, not bad.
All right, we pretty much already talked about Portland Mace. I would say the next team in the power rankings, I think you had Key West Storm listed as number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Key West Storm. I know Matt's the owner. Me looking at their roster is filled with vets. I mean, most of their roster has been from season 1 and season 2, so they still have their core championship roster. But they just got guys like a Lucky Rawlings, which is Ice Slugger, same person. They did have Vok, but they traded into the Heist. But who else? They just signed Weehawk. So Key West, like, they're still a top team, and they got plenty of vets who know what they're doing. Like, I don't think they have a lot of rookies. But even then, like, there's so many vets. Like, I don't see.
What?
That was Matt. I don't see how a rookie could hurt their chances at all with contending for a potential 3rd championship.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. I mean, if we're gonna do power rankings on to Seattle, what do you think about your own team, Morgan?
So I mean, Seattle. I think Seattle has a lot of rookies. So like we have me, Sam, Bag, and JS, and those 4 I would say is pretty good in terms of vets. But we, like I said, we have a bunch of rookies like Kelp, who I'm trying to teach how to be an owner on his own. So this season and next season and the seasons to come, he can, lead a team correctly. And then we have one Kia. We like the person that was talking earlier. Let's see who else. We have Kosovo Bread or something like that. We have a guy named I think he's like Josh or something like that. There's a bunch of Joshes in this league. But the point is we have a lot of rookies and we need to teach them the ropes because they're gonna be part of whether or not it's a make or break season for Seattle. And Seattle's pretty much cursed right now. I mean, they've gone to 2 straight World Series, lost both. So I know Sam is looking for that championship in this league. So we'll see what happens. I mean, just got to train these rookies up.
Sam is not getting that championship, by the way.
Dude, get the fuck out of his PC. Alright,
Oh, God.
we're going to San Diego. I'll talk about this one. Personally, I think San Diego could be better than Seattle. Just based off the fact that they have that like mobile core with those people who are like so like infatuated with like real baseball. Like I'm looking at this roster, Cole, he's active. He got potential. I'm like upbeat, Pasano, say Sosa. I think this team has potential. Like if they keep showing up to games and they really develop their chemistry, I could see them being better than Seattle even like Portland, I think it's just based on if they have like the willpower to keep showing up, keep practicing, and hone their skills. Just because of the fact that they have the dedication, they have the activity. What do y'all think about it, Blaze?
All right, let me go. Okay, so on San Diego, I mean, when you look at their roster, do you really see anybody that stands out besides their owner? I mean, not really their owner, because Cole's not.
Like, that's a fact, though. Like,
yes, they do have depth. They have serious depth. Like, see, San Diego, they're an all-around team. They don't have anybody that stands out. I mean, like, it's like a group effort. Like, everybody, like, pitches in.
I mean, like,
and
if I'm pitching,
yeah, everybody does their part.
If I'm pitching and I see Cole out to bat, there's not really an easy spot in their batting lineup, which is a great strength because, like, when you play some of these teams that have all these rookies, you can depend on having the next guy being able to strike out. But really, if you go to the Blaze, you got Cole. He's a good hitter. You got, is that 22 fan? Or is that?
No, 22 fan isn't on my team.
Yeah, I mean, like, still, they have like 5 or 6 batters who I wouldn't necessarily be scared of, but I wouldn't be thinking this is easy out.
Yeah, I agree with you, Squeaker. Like, I don't think any of them. I don't think there's a scary presence about San Diego, but it's kind of like what Matt said. They're a very all-around team. Like, they don't have like top-heavy talent, but there's not a lot of holes in their team either, in my opinion. And I think they could be potentially. I think they could be better than Seattle right now. I mean, going back to that Seattle-San Diego game, like my team in Seattle, there was a lot of pickoffs. Like we got picked off like 4 or 5 times. And in that last inning for the Blaze, they showed that they have the skills for batting, clearly. I think they probably just had a couple outliers and weren't able to be successful in the previous innings, but I don't think them losing that game shows, anything bad about them. I think that they'll make some noise in the playoffs. So they're definitely a team to watch out for.
Yeah, I can see that. Now moving on to like our bottom feeders. I'll let you head the sword in talking about New York and Vancouver.
So we can start off with New York first. So when I was umpiring New York versus Portland, that game was originally at Portland, but there was a couple glitches at that field. But Portland's roster didn't show up, and New York had I think 5 or 6 players that came at first. So New York's clearly an active team. Like they had the players, but they assumed that it was going to be a forfeit, and then at the last minute within the forfeit timer, Portland ended up coming up, and the game continued. It went on and played, and because New York, their numbers dwindled, to me it kind of led to why New York lost that first game. I mean, they had the numbers at first, but then they didn't stay, and they lost. I get it. It kind of did seem like it was going to be a forfeit or a postpone. So I think, especially now that they got Voxed, I think that New York still has a lot of good players. I mean, they got Zyron, they have you, Squeaker, they have Voxed, and whoever Voxed may bring to the team. You just signed Zeno, and Zeno, did he win the MVP last season?
I don't know, boy. Fucking crowded the box though.
Nope, VX Alex did. Totally not rigged.
So, but I remember Zeno was like a top 3 candidate. So that's another player who's just gonna add to the heist, and he's decently active. So I know, Squeaker, you've been saying you've been training up some rookies and stuff like that. So I think New York, even though they got a rough start of 0-2, I really think that they could show that they're competitive and active. And I don't think teams should really underestimate New York. I mean, you look at the past 2 seasons. Season 1, they started off I think 0-3. Season 2, I think they started off 0-3, but they made playoffs in both seasons. So they just lost to Key West, who was the eventual champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Key West Heist series was probably the best playoff series we had in all of PBC. Honestly, because it was just pure baseball. Like, people showed up, people cared. Like, I think that really is pretty sad because we had some more seats. But I think honestly that's the best playing we had, best series. But yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, now that Zeno's on the Heist, like that rivalry is gonna live on because originally it was me, Zeno, Pumpkin. Let's see, Teal. I gotta find Teal so I can bring him back to the league. But that was like the core that was competitive against Key West. So now that y'all got Zeno again, that rivalry can still live on, and we'll see if New York tries to make anything happen.
Yeah, I think it's more just if we can get activity.
Yep.
Like, these random ass dudes, bro. Like, not trying to diss my own people, but the dude Captain Sporty talking about. I picked him up because I thought he was gonna be chill. Like, I heard some controversy, but this dude like just DM'd me telling me to drop some players to make room for his friends. When this dude is like, he's not even a good player. I ain't gonna cap, but like honestly, I see potential in our roster, but I don't know how far we can get. It's really just how much time I decide to put in to help in my rookies. Let's move on to Vancouver, though.
Hold on. One more thing. So, I feel like in spring training, New York seemed like, I don't want to say a totally different team, but they seemed different. Like, I mean, it might have been because they had Zyron on the mound, but they gave Key West like a pretty good game during spring training, which ended up being like 6-3 off of a Fawcett 3-run home run. Walked it off. Yeah. I just feel like in spring training they seem somewhat different, except for them losing to Vancouver, which turned out to be frauds because they lost their past 2 games after winning the spring training final.
Honestly, like, I could see New York going anywhere from the 1 seed to the 6 seed. It's really just a volatile team. Let's move on to Vancouver, though. What do you think about them? I think it's a pretty obvious thought, but like, I guess you can have different perspectives.
Me and Los hitting that shit. I ain't even gonna cap. All right, who are we talking about again? Vancouver.
Yeah. I'll start it off.
Okay.
So, what's funny about RBC is that like every season they had like the Omaha tournament, right? And then whoever won it, it was like a curse. You win the Omaha tournament, you never won the World Series. So I don't know. Maybe that's kind of happening with Vancouver because they did win the spring training tournament and they looked good. But for some reason, it's not really translating to the field. So they played Portland, who is obviously a top team right now. The other team they played, who was the first team that they played? Let's see. They played the Blaze, and I think versus the Blaze, I think that came down to I think that came down to an activity kind of deal. But then when it came to Portland just overpowered them. Like, I don't know. They just got to get their numbers up. I mean, even in the Portland game, they had a good amount of players come, but it's not translating. I mean, activity is good until – I mean, it's good, but you still got to, like, actually know what you're doing. And right now, I think High Josh needs to just work with his team, like actually host practices and stuff. I will say that one player that I really like on Vancouver is Wow. And I know that might seem like kind of weird because Wow, in his recent experience, was really laggy and stuff like that. But he's shown me, like, not only is he active, but he's trying to sign new players, bring them along, and trying to improve Vancouver. Like, he's not just quitting. And because of players like Wow on Vancouver, I don't think Vancouver is just going to be a team that everyone's going to stomp on for the entire season. I have belief in them that they're going to be able to sign some good players and kind of just bring themselves up so that if they're not winning, they're at least making it tough on teams. So that's my take on Vancouver.
Yeah, I really agree with that one. I mean, I feel like he pretty much covered it. So like,
Well, that about wraps it up with what I hope we could do in the stream. Unless y'all got some other thoughts.
Palazzo, what do you think? We haven't heard much.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, no, I really haven't said anything. You had some.
This man, somebody, joined our podcast.
Don't worry about it.
Stay
Don't worry
muted
about
the
it.
entire time.
I wasn't muted.
It's
I
all
was
good,
unmuted.
though.
I was unmuted.
I think-
you wanted predictions for like
think
most
if,
hits, most home runs.
If everyone who joined in liked it, we could start doing this like on the off day every 2 rounds. So every 2 rounds we're gonna have an off day. Maybe we can find the time to continue to just create podcasts, do updates on the teams and stuff like that, and see if anything else has kind of happened. What do you guys think about that? Every 2 rounds?
Yeah, that sounds good. I like that.
All right, and we can continue to do what we're doing right now. Just host on like YouTube live stream, stuff like that. So it'll be a good time.
Hopefully, as we progress through the league, we will have like more people join.
I don't know. I think
So
it'd be
before-
pretty good stuff for the first
I would say before we end the stream, we can go ahead and let the live chat ask anything that they may want to ask. And if they have nothing to ask, we can go ahead and end it. But live chat will be our final segment.
Yeah.
Are any of y'all on the stream right now?
I'm on it.
You're on it?
That's not
Yeah.
Wait, all 3 of you, or wait, you and Matt are on it?
bad. We've only got like one
That
person
means
watching.
only 2 people are watching.
You want to do your predictions for most hits, most home runs, and then manager of the year?
It's all good.
Then
There's gonna be plenty more podcasts to come for the rest of the season, and
Right.
we'll continue to do this. I mean, I like podcasts, and I think it brings some kind of entertainment to the rest of the league. So, and the further down we go, the more we'll be able to talk about, because we'll have more stats, more final scores to work with, and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that's about
I
it.
think, I think we can wrap it up though.
One more thing. So tomorrow we have a pretty good slate of games. We have the Portland Mace taking on the Key West Storm at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Bro,
Which
please
is-
tell me New York's playing tomorrow.
Yes, they are playing at 9. They go against Vancouver.
Oh,
So
shit.
tomorrow, aka 3/24, Thursday? Am I right? Friday, my bad. The Key West Storm will take on Portland Mace at Key West, and at 9 p.m. Vancouver will play the Heist, and that will be here in the vault. And on Saturday, it will be, is that Seattle versus San Diego? Yeah, we have that match again, which is already a good game, already has been. So yeah, I don't really expect anything less of that to come next game. But yeah, what do y'all think about these games that we have tomorrow?
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Key West versus
Key West,
Portland?
Portland. Yeah, that's gonna be a top game of the week. Probably game of the season, to be honest.
Man, I got Key West and I ain't gonna cap.
I don't know. I think I got Portland. I'm gonna ride the hot hand right now. I mean, Portland's looking really sharp right now.
I got Key West and then I got the Heist. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, I meant that Key West versus Portland game is going to be at Portland.
Matt, make sure to post the games after this so that everyone knows what time.
Yeah, I'm posting them right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat my
Alright.
shit poke burrito, but I think that's about
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off. So.
Alright, see you.